I'm going to just tell you guys my story right now and get it out there. I made a video about this before called Dissociative Amnesia, My Story. Yeah, so I'm just going to elaborate a little bit. So all this started when I was 13. I had this little eraser. I might have repeated some of this. I might be repeating some of this from that video, so I don't know. But I had this little eraser that looked like a brain. And it started talking to me in my head, and it would just tell me all kinds of awful things about myself and how worthless I was and everything, and made me feel really down about myself, but it wasn't that bad. And then about 2 months later, I was so depressed I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't move, kind of thing. And if you've never been depressed, you don't know what I'm talking about, but if you have been to that extent, you know exactly what I'm saying. But I was planning on killing myself, and my parents took me to the hospital, and they got on the phone with a psychologist, I don't know, but this doctor said, look, we need to get this kid in the hospital. He's hearing things, and he's suicidal. These are the kids that kill themselves, so we need to get him into a mental institution thing. Now, there's a lot of stigma around mental hospitals and everything, and they're not as awful as they make them out in the movies. And so I went to the hospital, and I was there for about 5 days, and it wasn't the best. It was pretty bad. I slept in the hallway on this little thin mattress, so they could keep a suicide watch on me, is what it was. And and then I was better-ish, and I got checked out. And this all happened I went in on Valentine's Day. And so every year around Valentine's Day, I get a little twitchy. And so I got out, and things were still bad. I was hallucinating badly. I was seeing things. I was hearing things. I was still really depressed. My anxiety was awful. And that led up to me. I went to the doctor who originally said, hey, we need to get him in the hospital, these are the kids that kill themselves. And I went to him, and he just started putting me on medications, and medications, and medications, and so many different meds. And I was on 15 different medications, taking 20 pills a night, just to try to suppress all this. And we were at a school board meeting talking about what we can do to make my life at school easier due to anxiety and stuff, and pretty much over the table said, stop going to him. This is not a good doctor, don't go to him. And so we found somebody else, and my depression started. They were just trying to slowly take me off of stuff, this new doctor. And this is a doctor I'm still with. She's amazing. I love her so much. And so she was taking me off stuff little by little, and then I just started going down again, and I got suicidal again. And so they put me back in a hospital, a different one this time, this one was a lot nicer. And so I'm in that hospital now, and they decided to take me cold turkey off of 15 different medications. I went through kind of a withdrawal type thing from being taken cold turkey off medication. And so it got really bad. My hallucinations got very bad. I got very suicidal. Leading up to what I'm about to tell you, I threw myself at a window trying to break it on the second story and trying to kill myself. So that was a suicide attempt. I think that's my only one. I don't remember a lot. And then I don't remember how much longer after that. I lost my memory completely. I got what's called dissociative amnesia. And it basically my brain said, nope, I'm not dealing with this right now, and shut off. I didn't know who I was, where I was. I don't remember very much of what happened at the hospital that time. I know that I remember a couple of key things. I remember running down the hall screaming, saying they were coming to get me, they're coming to get me. And I remember hiding underneath the desk, and them trying to talk me out from underneath the desk and everything, and all kinds of scary hallucinations and stuff. And I actually ended up getting PTSD from it. So I still have nightmares and flashbacks when I get anxious and stuff like that. And then I got out of there and I still wasn't better. And then about 3 days later I went back in because I wasn't better. But that time I had kind of gotten things under control. They put me back on different meds. I was only on a couple now. I wasn't on that many. And I was doing a lot better, and that would be the third time in the hospital. So there was the first time when I was 13, and this next time was when I was 14 or 15, I don't remember. And the third time was also when I was 14 or 15, 3 days later after the second one. So this is my third time in the hospital. It's probably the best thing that ever happened to me, because I got to meet people that were dealing with the same stuff as me. I got to make friends for the first time in a while. I got so much help from everybody, and I love them all so much. Yeah, so after that I got out and I was doing a lot better. I've been doing better and better, and I'm now on three prescription medications, which is an amazing step away from 15. And I ended up going back in the hospital about a year ago, almost exactly a year ago actually. And this all happened, okay, so the first time was around Valentine's Day, and the second and third time were around end of August, and then the fourth time was around the end of August. So a lot of this happens around when I'm making this video. And so I went back in. This time it wasn't too bad, but I made friends, and I feel like that time I was there more to help other people than I was to help myself, because I was gonna be okay, but these people I wasn't sure about. And so I went in there and I helped people, and I still deal with some memory loss stuff where it comes and goes. I've been great for a very long time. I haven't hallucinated in a very long time, a couple months, and I haven't lost my memory in a couple months, and everything's been going great. But it's really dangerous when I lose my memory, because I don't remember any of this, but my dad tells me. I was out on the lake with my dad and my brother, and we were on the boat, and I was on an inner tube, riding behind a boat, and I lost my memory while I was on the pontoon, on the raft thing in the tube, and they brought me in, and I got on the boat, and then my dad was pulling up the tube, and I took off my life jacket and ran and jumped off the boat and started swimming away. And my dad said I got, like, I don't remember how far, but it was pretty far, and they had to go out and get me. And basically I get really paranoid and stuff like that, and the official diagnosis is major depressive disorder with psychotic features. So I'm not schizophrenic. They thought I had that, but I don't. I'm not schizophrenic. And it kind of leads up to today, where I just figured I should make this video, just because I don't know how big my YouTube thing is going to get, and so I want to put this out there just because I can. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any stories down below or anything you want to tell me, if you're feeling suicidal or anything, this is your sign not to. I'll leave the numbers for crisis text line and suicide hotline, everything down in the description if you're needing that. And love you all so much. YouTube has helped me a lot cope and everything, and I'm working to do better on my YouTube stuff too. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. All right, bye.